There's two different ways to get to the extended menu on the ERX. The first way is to hold menu while booting up. The other way is to press the timecode button 3 times quickly. On this page, you set your max volume of your ERX. You can select between -20 decibels and +23 decibels. On this page, you can manually select your frame rate. If you have auto frame rate turned on, it will have auto in parentheses. It will also automatically change to whatever frame rate is being received over Zaxnet. If you have auto frame rate turned on, it will automatically change your ERX to the correct frame rate that's being sent over Zaxnet. On this page, you select your Zaxnet frequency. You can choose between 2.403 to 2.475. The bars on the right are visual indicators of the Zaxnet reception. The ERX has 4 Zaxnet antennas, 2 on the side and 2 in the front. If you press the timecode button, you can see the signal strength of the side or front antennas. Audio delay is mainly used if the monitors are delayed. You can delay it from 5 to 400 milliseconds in 5 millisecond increments. This is where you would update your ERX. You would send the update wirelessly with a TRX. Auto scan on the ERX will scan the 2.4 GHz spectrum when it loses connection. So if you change your transmitter's Zaxnet frequency, it will automatically change and find the new frequency. This works hand in hand with the Zaxnet voting. The group page is so you can send audio and commands to different groups. Zaxnet voting is used when you have 2 Zaxnet transmitters on the same set. When you have this turned on, it'll automatically switch to the stronger signal. On this page, you can select to have your ERX send timecode out of the headphone jack. This way you can use it as a sync box. You can select to have the timecode on the left, right, or both channels. If you only send it through one side, you'll get the audio through the other channel. This means you could have a scratch track and timecode coming from one box. Timecode Delay lets you offset the timecode -50 or +50 frames. Timecode Jam Mute time mutes the timecode for whatever time you set to simulate unplugging and replugging in the unit so the camera recognizes the new timecode. You can set it to 500 milliseconds to 2000 milliseconds in 5000 millisecond increments. On this page, you can manually set the timecode. H is for hours, M is for minutes. Press up or down to select the number, then the timecode button to move on to the next section. Once jam is selected, press up to jam. When timecode auto calibration is turned on, the ERX will constantly jam timecode being sent over Zaxnet for about 11 minutes. Then it'll mathematically calculate the difference and offset it accordingly. Once this is done, if the ERX loses signal, it'll maintain sync with less than 1 frame over 10 hours. I would recommend turning this off after it calibrates so it doesn't calibrate every time it's booted up. On this page, you can manually set the timecode offset. On this page, you can set the LED to bright or dim. The 1K notch filter is a pretty cool feature. It notches out the tone generator, so if you have to calibrate the camera's audio, it's not being heard through the IFBs. On this page, you select the frequency of the notch filter since some 1 kHz tones may be a little above or below 1 kHz. Zaxnet output is used to send record commands to a Zaxcom recorder. Timecode output level is where you set the level of the timecode. Some cameras need timecode louder than others. On this page, you can deactivate the volume knob on the top and have the audio set to always be at the max volume you set on the first page of the extended menu. Ifb Alternates lets you have 11 alternate frequencies that you can get to from the home page. An example of this is if you have multiple feeds on set, like 2 sound mixers, and you can switch between the 2. After you select the alternate frequency, the other 10 alternate frequencies are automatically generated at 2 MHz apart. So if you set it to 2.410, the next 2 alternates would be 2.412 and 2.414. And the final page is for setting your encryption code if you have one set.